The UK generated 222.9 million tonnes of total waste in 2016, and only 45.2% of household waste was recycled. We know we can do better. On the 13th of May 2019, 6 students travelled to one of Veolia Materials Recovery Facilities to learn more about where their recycling goes and how we can improve our approach to recycling.
For the trip I had some awareness, or rather knowledge, of recycling. I've been made aware of it around the university and just at home, just having the different coloured bins.
I was fairly ignorant about it. I didn't really know what is recyclable, what isn't. I sort of looked at stuff thinking, well, that looks recyclable, whack in a recycling bin.
Before the trip, I wasn't really that aware of recycling. After going to the recycling plant, we start rinsing out our bottles.
I was surprised to see how much was actually recycled, because I always thought that it was a bit hard to keep track of all the inflow of rubbish.
After going to the plant, I did feel a lot more aware of the different efforts that people should be making towards recycling. Something that I found out about straws, obviously plastic straws aren't recyclable, but paper straws actually aren't either, so efforts that I'd probably put towards that is maybe getting a reusable straw.
I've learned that obviously one of the most wanted and desired products to be recycled are bottles, but the caps are not recyclable. Only the actual bottle is recyclable, but the caps aren't, which is something that is quite interesting for me, because it's not something I knew before.
I do think it's important for people to have better understanding about recycling. If we recycle our waste, it's better for the environment.
It's easier for you to not put it in a recycling bin than put it in and contaminate other goods, because simply thinking that, well, I'll risk it, maybe it is recyclable, then you're risking contaminating a far bigger batch of produce that then has to be put into landfill or has to be burnt out because you've contaminated the batch.
Having that knowledge of just setting things aside to be recycled, or even if you're not aware of how to recycle that particular material or object, finding out and being more aware of that at home, even just in the universities or wherever they are.
If you can teach people at this level that it is important to recycle and it is important to help out with saving the planet, essentially, it should be something that they should retain in the future.
Here are 10 recycling tips to help you reduce the waste you send to landfill. Carry your own refillable cup and water bottle. Ask for recyclable crockery and cutlery when eating out. Bring your own bag to shops and buy loose fruit and veg. Only buy food you know you will eat. Use your fridge and freezer wisely, and remember to love your leftovers. Use reusable straws to avoid plastic and paper straws. Sorry guys, these aren't recyclable either. For any unwanted clutter, use charity shops and donation points instead of throwing them away. Try the scrunch test with paper. If it stays scrunched, recycle it. And finally, ask for sustainability in local shops. If your favourite stores and restaurants are using non-recyclable products, demand change. It is everyone's responsibility to reduce the amount of waste that goes to landfill. By trying out these tips, you too can play your part in making an impact. And don't forget to share these with your friends, family and colleagues.